Hi everybody, thanks so much for coming back to see me. My name is Selena. If you haven't been to see me before, I invite you to check out my other YouTube videos and also check out my website. I'll post the link in the description below. Now today what I want to share with you guys is a little bit of how I did my last painting. Unfortunately, I didn't film it all, but I did take some pictures, so I'm going to show you guys that in a few moments. I want to also explain to you guys a little bit of why I love the wet on wet technique so much. First of all, I'm a really lazy person, and second of all, I don't have much spare time because I told you guys already I work 40 hours a week. So this technique allows me to paint beautiful paintings in short periods of time. Now, the last painting I did, like I said, I don't know if you watched my other YouTube video, but it did take me a bit longer than I was hoping for. The reason for that is that I made a lot of mistakes, and in showing you guys these mistakes, I'm hoping it's going to help you to learn and hopefully help you guys if you're having any troubles with your own paintings. So the first thing I did is I took a picture, I printed it out, and I figured out the colors. I have them written here, but I'm going to show them to you on the screen. And with that photo, I drew my own basic sketch of how I wanted to modify it. And then what I'm going to show you guys here is some photos of the steps I took, and I'm going to explain to you guys a little bit, and I'll be back with you in just a few moments.
So, one of the tricks I've learned is to only apply the medium to the places where you really want to blend, such as the sky and water areas. It's better not to put the liquid white in the spots where you want a dark underpaint. I should have roughly drawn out my sketch directly on the canvas to know exactly how far to put the medium mix, because if you see here, there's a different sheen halfway down my tree line. This is because the medium mixed with the dark paint. That was my first mistake. The liquid white really helped to give the effect in the sky and mountains that I was looking for. I used a 1-inch brush to blend the colors of the sky and my homemade filbert brush along with this tiny flat one for my mountains. I had my reference photos pinned up beside me, and I did step back a few times, about 5 to 6 feet away, so that I could get a different view. Next thing I did was the tree line here. I did that with a fan brush, and I put a nice dark green base in the field here with a 1.5-inch brush. I added the highlights to the meadow with my fan brush as well, and I added in basic shapes for my path, rocks, and the dead tree here. Now, I wasn't happy with this big rock, so I scraped off the paint with my knife and started over like 4 times before deciding to almost completely cover it with a grassy, mossy area. I also had some trouble with the red flowers until I added some medium to the red paint and put the flowers on with my palette knife. Wow! The texture alone was almost enough for highlights and shadows, but I still found it was a little bright, so when they dried, which was almost like 2 weeks later, I added some shadow and highlights, and then I was finally happy enough to leave it alone and call it done. My signature in this one is scraped into the painting rather than signed with a liner brush. I found that really cool because you actually have to really look for it.
So now that I've shown you guys some of the basic steps that I used in order to do my last painting, I don't want you to be discouraged by the time it took me, because like I said, this was trial and error. I made lots of fails, but I wanted to show you guys what I did, and I'm hoping for some suggestions so that maybe I can learn some tricks in order to make my paintings go quicker. So I hope to see you guys next time. I hope you've learned something from this. I'm really excited to be here with you guys on YouTube, and I can't wait to see you next time. Bye for now.